are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here with my brother Tim, and we've got another MLB slate to go over. And at the end, we also have a couple college football games. So it should be a fun day. I probably have way too much action like usual, but hey, baseball is only going to be around for another couple weeks, and then the regular season will be over, and we'll have playoffs. Playoffs starting in a couple weeks. So coming down to the home stretch here, it should be an interesting end to the MLB season. So should be fun. But you guys know what we do. Before we get into today's slate, we go over what happened yesterday. Yesterday we had baseball, we had college football, and we had NFL. We'll start it off. I'll start off with college football. I had the under, and ouch, that hurt. They scored a touchdown with 39 seconds left, up 28 points, a complete BS touchdown. They did not need to run up the score like that. Over cashes in last night's game. Really unfortunate end to that game. It is what it is. I had the Giants plus 3.5, and I had a half unit on them on the money line. I ended up finishing half a unit up on that game. Very, very upsetting ending there for that Giants money line. Just mistakes, shooting themselves in the foot. I saw a post this morning on Twitter that they said when at the end of the season, when the Giants look back on why they didn't win the division, they're going to point at this game and probably the next 15 ones after this. This is going to be a long season for the Giants. But I did catch the plus 3.5 on that game, so I can't be completely mad. I did profit from that game. Baseball was interesting yesterday, Tim. All right, I'll just read out all my action, and I'll let you know how many of those plays actually did. I had Colorado first 5. I had Pittsburgh first 5. I had Tampa Bay first 5 in full game run line. I had Houston first 5 in full game run line. Colorado was a push or a postponement. Pittsburgh pushed. It was 0-0 at the end of the 5. Houston first 5 in full game run line was a void. I had Framer Valdez listed, and ended up being Luis Garcia, which left me down to Tampa Bay Rays first 5 in full game run lines. Those do cash, though, very easily. So I ended up going 2-0 in baseball yesterday. Swept the board in baseball. Gotta love it, right? So it ended up being a positive day for me yesterday, so I can't complain. I'm going to keep on going today. I also cashed the LA Sparks. I laid the money line at minus 130. Our premium play was on the minus 2. So it was a good day overall. Made some money yesterday. How about you, Tim? How'd you do?
Yeah, I'll start off with saying our premium plays. We had the Giants plus 3.5 in football and NFL, cashed it. We had the over in that Houston game for baseball, cashed it. We had WNBA, the Sparks minus 2, cashed it. The only one that didn't work out was Ohio plus the 20, which unfortunately was also my last Woody Standing pick this week, or yesterday. So ouch. But overall, 3-1 for premiums. As for me, obviously I had the Colorado play that got postponed. I had the Pirates on the money line, full game. They lost 1-0. They had plenty of opportunities to score and could not convert any of them. I was saying yesterday, when me and Lenny were talking that it was going to be a dog day, I was mentioning maybe going after the Angels, which I did. They won 9-3. I had the Giants run line. Apparently, Gosman didn't know how to pitch yesterday. He did not. I mean, he pitched all right, but it wasn't a good game. To anybody who had the Cubs yesterday, my condolences. This is the second time this year that the Cubs were up by 7 and didn't even cash the first 5 for you guys. The last time that happened, I remember the last time it happened because we were in the car driving out to Wilmington, and I live bet the Milwaukee Brewers that day at plus 6.5 runs and cashed it by a lot. But Cubbies did that again. I did have the over in the Detroit Rays game. I counted it on here because the pitchers, when we were going over the show, were right. When I bet it the night before, it was a different pitcher for Tampa Bay. So luckily for me, it counted as a void. So didn't lose that one in my bankroll. I lost in video plays because I'm not going to technicality that one. And then Astros were our best bet yesterday. The over was Astros covered it by themselves. So overall, I think yesterday, out of all my plays, I profited $1. So I'm very, very happy with that. Can't complain. I also hit on the NC Dinos yesterday, and then this morning, make it 3-0 the last 3 days with Korean baseball. Check out Game Time Decision today. I'll give another one out. Doosan Bears cashed it last night. They won 9-2. So looking good in that as well. And I'm excited to go ahead and get into a full baseball slate and 2 college footballs today.
Absolutely. We'll hop right into it then. We got a matchup here. The Colorado Rockies are at the Washington Nationals in this one. And I think we're kicking it off with our best bet, right?
We are.
This is our best bet over on Picks and Parleys. If you guys want to check that out, link to that will be in the description of the video down below.
Which, real quick, I don't plug this that often, but I do plug it towards the weekend. Because 7-day pass, 50% off using the link down below. If you use the code PUNT, you get an additional 20% off. I mention this because when it comes to our premium plays, if you do all this, you essentially get our plays for 7 days for about $10 a day. Because normally without any of the discounts, I believe a 7-day pass is around $189. Use this, it's down to $89. Use the 20%, it's down to $71.20. It's about $10 a day. You get all of our premium plays. The main reason I mention this, we've already got locked and loaded 15 games for tomorrow's college football slate, all there. So I think a $10 per day value is pretty solid. Plus, we're going to have at least five NFL plays, plus the Sunday night game on Sunday. So 6 NFL plays on Sunday. So lots of value there if you guys are interested. Link to that is down below. We're going to move on.
All right. We have the Cleveland Guardians at the New York Yankees in this one. We have
Indians.
I know. The Yankees are minus 185 in this game, plus 170 run back on Cleveland. Total of 9 in this game. Zach Plesac, Corey Kluber, the pitching matchup for this game. Where are you looking to kick off the slate?
Yeah, we are going to go and we're going to grab the dog. We're going to grab Cleveland. Looking at the Yankees the past couple days, yes, they before last night they won 3 games in a row. They lost to Baltimore, and then they're still in a little bit of a slump. We're not gonna oversell it. They're still in a little bit of a slump. I'm not too keen on them. Corey Kluber, I'm never a fan of. He came back from injury 3 starts ago. But he's been letting up runs. 5 runs in 4 innings, 2 runs in 3 innings, 4 runs in 4 innings. It's not going to be a spot where you're going to be interested in going after the Yankees today. I grabbed Zach Plesac and the Cleveland Indians at a plus 166 today. Plesac 10-5, 4.45 ERA. He's just been solid this year, and I'm going to Cleveland today, grabbing them at the nice plus money and moving on.
Yeah, I'm on the same page here. Looking at this game, Zach Plesac 10-5, a 4.45 ERA, a 1.16 WHIP, and 125 in the 3rd innings pitched, 77 strikeouts, and 29 walks. On the other side, Corey Kluber 4-3, a 4.02 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP, 65 innings pitched, 72 strikeouts, 30 walks this season. And yeah, I think that we're getting a pitching advantage here with Zach Plesac over Corey Kluber. And I see potential live dog in this spot. I only took him first 5 here, plus 163. I do think the Yankees still have the better bullpen, so that would kind of worry me at the end of the game here. So I do like the first 5 money line for the Cleveland Indians. I predicted this game around a plus 140, plus 145. So seeing it at plus 163, plus 165, I think there's definite value on the Cleveland Indians in this side. So that's where I'm going to be going for this game. Cleveland, first 5 money line, plus 163 to start out today.
Sounds good. We'll keep on keeping on.
Yes, we have the Minnesota Twins at the Toronto Blue Jays in this one. We're getting the Blue Jays for a minus 205, minus 207 range, plus 190 run back here on the Twins. Total 9.5 in this game. Michael Pineda, Hyun-Jin Ryu, the pitching matchup for this one. Michael Pineda is 6-8 this season with a 3.87 ERA, a 1.22 WHIP, and 93 innings pitched, 79 strikeouts, and 18 walks. On the other side, Hyun-Jin Ryu is 13-8 this season with a 4.11 ERA, a 1.19 whip, and 157 and 2/3 innings pitched, 131 strikeouts, and 34 walks. And looking at Pineda here, I think this is his first start. No, he started on. Oh no, this is his second start coming back from an injury, where he was out from the 13th of August to the 6th of September. He's gone 3 and 5 innings. So I have a feeling you're going to see a decent amount of the Twins bullpen in this game. It would be a lean towards potentially the over. And the Blue Jays in this one, I personally did not get involved in this one. I have a lot of action today. This was just one of the games that I did not pull the trigger on. And it would be a lean towards the Toronto Blue Jays in this one. And it would be lean towards the over in this game, over 9.5. You can get that around plus 103, plus 105 on some books. So, I mean, you can even wait probably an hour or so, and that'll drop down to a 9, the way that line is going. So it'd be a lean towards the over in this game, lean towards the Blue Jays, but did not get involved in this one.
I did get involved in this one, and it's kind of similar to this wake up and bet Toronto schedule that I've been on. We're going Toronto run line in this game. This Toronto team has still been on absolute fire. Looking at it, they've won 8 out of their last 10, with their 2 losses being a 2-0 loss against Toronto, against Tampa Bay, and then a 6-3 loss against Baltimore. But this team has been solid. It's also a lean towards the over in this game. I feel like there's going to be a little bit more runs from this Toronto side. I feel like the bats are going to be swinging again today. And I got Toronto run line. I got it at 110. I believe on some books it's probably 117, 120 at this point. I'm fine with it. I'm grabbing Toronto today.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Quick look over at the chat. Marcos, what's up, my favorite guys? Let's cash. Got a full slate to pick from. Let's hit it. Hit the like button and people and show some appreciation. Appreciate it, Marcos. Good morning, Mr. Higgs. Morning, brothers. Happy Friday. It's Friday payday. Let's do this.
Let's get it. And then we got this weekend coming up. Lots of football. So I'm always excited for the weekends. That's the fun times.
Oh, yeah. And then we'll move on to the next game here, where we do have the Philadelphia Phillies traveling to New York to take on the New York Mets in this spot. You can get the Phillies for around a minus 125 now, plus 115 the other way, with the Mets. Total is 7.5 in this game. Zach Wheeler, Tajon Walker, the pitching matchup for this one. What are you looking at in this game?
Yeah, I love this pitching matchup. Wheeler is still one of, I think, the top 3 considerations for the NL Cy Young. Tajon Walker has struggled a little bit since All-Star break, but at 7.5. It just seems a little bit low at this point. I know you really shouldn't say that because the bookmakers know what they're doing. I just think we're going to see a little bit more runs. I personally laid off this game. I didn't bet it. But if anything, it's going to be a lean towards the over because I have a feeling Tajon Walker is going to let some runs. And I think the Mets can get to Wheeler a little bit. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th time that they're facing him since he's left New York. And I think they could really start hitting off of him. So for this one, it would be a lean towards the over, maybe a lean towards the Phillies at this point, but no bet in this one.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, looking at this matchup here, we do have Zach Wheeler. You mentioned he's right now 4th at 16-1, so he's definitely dropped off. Zach Wheeler 13-9 now this season with a 2.86 ERA, a 1.02 WHIP, and 195 1/3 innings pitched. 225 strikeouts and 42 walks. Still having an incredible season, don't get me wrong. On the other side, Tajon Walker, 7-9, a 4.29 ERA, a 1.19 WHIP, 144 2/3 innings pitched, 137 strikeouts and 50 walks. Now, looking at this game, there's a couple things I don't want to do when looking at the Phillies. Is I don't like particularly backing them on the road. They always seem to struggle away from Citizens Bank Park. They're also laying chalk on the road, which I don't like either. For me, this game, I'm going to side with the dog here. I'm going to take the New York Mets in the first 5 innings. I got it at plus 140. You can get it for plus 130 now, so it has dropped 10 points. Some money coming in on the Mets in this spot, and I totally agree with it. Tajon Walker has not looked half bad, and these Mets hitters have seen Zach Wheeler plenty. He's a pitcher where I think they'll be able to hit off of him. Looking at it, Pete Alonso is 5 for 15. JD Davis is 5 for 13 with a home run. Conforto is 4 for 19. Dominic Smith's 8 for 20 against him, so he's had a pretty good. I have a feeling the Mets can score some runs off of Zach Wheeler in this spot. Team total over 3.5 is a minus 105 for the Mets. I could be talked into that one a little bit. I would lean potentially towards the over in this game. The Mets have gone over in 5 of their last 6 games. So this would be a lean towards the over. I like the Mets first 5 plus 130. It would be a lean towards the team total for the New York Mets at 3.5. But the only play I got for this one is Mets first 5 money line.
Sounds good. We'll go ahead and move on to the next game.
Yeah, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates at the Miami Marlins in this one. The Marlins are a minus 155 favorites in this game. That's all you need to know about Pittsburgh. Plus 145 the other way. Pittsburgh, Will Crow, and Eliza Hernandez, the pitching matchup for this one. And yeah, this is probably a 1-800-GAMBLER game that I 100% have interest in backing one of these sides. Will Crow 3-7, a 5.97 ERA, a 1.62 WHIP, and 101 innings pitched, 95 strikeouts, and 50 walks. On the other side, Eliza Hernandez is 1-1 this season with a 4.14 ERA, a 1.16 WHIP, and 37 innings pitched, 37 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Now, I had the Pirates here, first 5 yesterday on the money line. That's not where I'm going with in this game. Looking at these Marlins here, generally speaking, as a favorite this year, they are 21-20. But if they are a favorite at home, which they are a much better home team than they are a road team, like most teams are, the Marlins are 38-34 at home this year. So this and they're a team that's 22 games under 500, but they're 4 games over 500 at home. And as a home favorite, these Miami Marlins are 38 that's as a home team. As a home favorites, I'm trying to get this data here. They've been a home favorite 29 times this season. They're 17-12 in those games. I do like the Marlins in this spot. I think they definitely have the pitching advantage with Eliza Hernandez over Will Crow. And this is a spot where I took the Miami Marlins first 5 run line at minus 110. I think they should absolutely be able to take care of a Pirates team who is terrible, and not to mention terrible on the road. 20-51 this season on the road. So yes, this is a Marlins first 5 run line spot for me. I know I probably took way too much time on a game like this, but give me the Marlins here, first 5, minus half a run, minus 110 in this game.
Yeah, for the amount of time that you talked about it, I will barely talk about it. 1-800-GAMBLER, I don't like this game. Pittsburgh, last place. Miami, 4th place. These teams don't care. I don't care. We'll move on.
Fair enough.
Sounds good? Okay. We missed a bunch in the chat. So, yes, sir. Friday through Sunday is the best days, especially Sunday. I'm excited. I'm super excited with you. Let's get it. Lex Steele likes the Phillies today. I don't mind it. Hey, Twins. Good morning. Phillies. And we don't mind it. Over. That's fine. I would lean over. I don't have anything bet on that game. I would lean over. 7.5. Both teams have been slugging. Yep. Marcos, I believe that's Tim on that would be on WNBA with me. But if so, we got to get it today because we got a 4-gamer today. I know we already have 3 games up locked in on picks and parlays to bet on today. And then Sunday is the last day of the regular season before starting playoffs next week. I know. At least we get playoffs. Which I'm not entirely sure how the playoff system works. I'm not sure if it's best of 7s or anything, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it should be exciting. We already have 3 plays up, and we'll sneak you guys one real quick. I put the wrong team down. I put Seattle. Whoops. We're gonna go Seattle today. There you go. Seattle is our best bet. Actually, no, it's gonna be Phoenix. I'm gonna ask Craig to. Do you want to text Craig real quick? Ask him to take it down real quick.
You got it.
Cool. Thanks. Miami. Oh, okay. Miami. Yeah, that's fine. Happy Friday, everyone. Good luck. Have fun. Nick, I'll let you go talk over this next game. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Playoff implications on this during the series. The Los Angeles Dodgers are at the Cincinnati Reds. The Dodgers are a minus 165 in this game, plus 150 run back here at the Reds. Total of 8.5 in this game. And let me take off 1-800-GAMBLER because this is definitely not a 100.
Sorry.
This is a good game here. We get the pitching matchup of Walker Buehler and Luis Castillo. Should be a good matchup on this one here. Walker Buehler is 14-3 with a 2.32 ERA, a 0.95 WHIP, 186 innings pitched, 189 strikeouts, and 47 walks. On the other side, Luis Castillo 7-15, a 4.24 ERA, 1.36 WHIP, and 170 innings pitched, 171 strikeouts, and 67 walks. Looking at this game here, we have a Dodgers team coming into the series on fire. 8-2 in the last 10 games. They've won 6 in a row. This is an elite team in elite form, battling to try to get a division away from those San Francisco Giants. I'm just getting up the standings here for this game, or for the the National League West. The Dodgers currently trail by only 1 game. So this is a huge series as well for these Dodgers. And currently in the wild card standings, after the Reds barely squeaked by the Pirates 1-0 win yesterday, to avoid getting swept, they are a game behind the Red Hot Cardinals. They are a half a game behind the Padres, and they're a game and a half up on the Phillies, who are playing the Mets, who are 5 games back. So this is going to be a tight race the last couple weeks of the season. Should be a fun one to watch. And I'm going to go with the Dodgers in this spot here. I like the Dodgers' first 5 run line in this one at minus 125. These Cincinnati Reds have been struggling as of late. They barely got out of Pittsburgh with 1 win over the weekend. And now they get to play the Dodgers. Good luck here. I like the Dodgers here. First 5 run line, minus 125. I was almost about to take it full game run line, but I just stuck with the first 5 here. Dodgers dominate here and beat the Reds.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat, but the big thing for me will be I'm going to go under in this game. We get a solid pitching matchup between Walker Buehler, who is currently the favorite for the Cy Young, and Luis Castillo, who's been solid his past couple starts. I think we get a good competitive game today where it's low-scoring, pitching duel, playoff-esque baseball game, because this still has a shot of being a possible wild card matchup, even though it's getting slighter and slighter by the day. But I like the under in this game. I think the Dodgers probably convert this game. But I don't think it goes over that 8.5. I think it ends up being like a 5-2 type game. So under in this LA Cincinnati game is where I will be going.
Sounds good. And when it comes to wild card games, we have a really good matchup later in the slate that'll decide a lot heading forward. But heading on to the next game here, the Detroit Tigers will be at the Tampa Bay Rays. Let me switch this over.
I'm sorry.
This one, the Rays are coming in a minus 210-ish, plus 190 run back here with the Tigers. Total of 8.5 in this game. Casey Mize, Luis Patino, the pitching matchup here. Are you looking at getting involved in this one?
I don't remember. No, I am not. Sorry. You know what? I look through a lot of games every single day. I know I had a bet on them yesterday. No, I'm not interested in it today. It's Luis Patino and Casey Mize. I don't think the line was really out until this morning, so I really couldn't do much with it. It's just not a game I'm interested in. Maybe a lean towards the over, but Casey Mize has been pitching better. He's been decent this year, and Patino could have a good game, could get absolutely slammed. So if anything, I would be interested in maybe the over, but I didn't bet this game.
Yeah, looking at this matchup, it should be a pretty decent one. Casey Mize is 7-8, a 3.66 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, and 140 in a third innings pitched, 108 strikeouts, and 40 walks. On the other side, Luis Patino is 4-3 at 4.62 ERA, a 1.37 WHIP, in 64 and a third innings pitched, 65 strikeouts, and 27 walks. And looking at this matchup here, I did get involved in this one. I went with the Tampa Bay Rays here, first 5-run line. I got it at -125. You can get it at -135 now. So I had beat a little bit of a line movement on this game. And plain and simple, Tampa Bay is a really, really good home team. 46-26 this season at Tropicana Field. And the Detroit Tigers, away from Comerica Park, are 31-41. They are not a great road team whatsoever. And I see a pitching advantage for the Tampa Bay Rays in this one, even though it is Casey Mize. I don't think Casey Mize will be going particularly far into this game. In the last couple of starts, he's gone 2. He's gone 3. Or in his last 2 starts, he's gone a combined 5 innings pitched, even though he's only he gave up no runs on no hits in 3 innings pitched against Cincinnati. And he gave up 3 earned runs and 3 hits against Tampa Bay the last time he faced him, and 2 innings pitched. So Casey Mize is someone that the Tigers are really putting a lockdown on, basically, and not letting him go that far into games. So this is a spot where I do like the Tampa Bay Rays in the first 5 innings at -0.5 a run at -125. I don't think we'll be seeing Casey Mize to complete 5 innings, which means in those first 5 you're also getting some bullpen as well from these Detroit Tigers. So this is definitely a spot where it is a spot here with the Tampa Bay Rays here, in my opinion. So I took them first 5-run line at -125.
Sounds good. I'm just finishing typing up something. Sorry. We can go. I would do this game. We'll go ahead and go to the chat real quick. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to remember where we left. Oh, there we go. Dodgers for the win. I like the Dodgers in that spot, definitely. And leaning on the under. I don't hate the under as well in that game. We're getting Walker Buehler, Luis Castillo, so 2 decent pitchers. So Marcus is saying, be careful with the Phoenix game. Deanna is hurt and not playing today. Teresa, the GOAT. Okay.
Don't really mind it.
Got to pay the juice since it's for parlay. Oh, yeah, you love your 12-leg parlays.
Oh, God. Do you ever, hold on real quick, do you ever hit your 12-leg parlays or?
I don't know. Bahidi says, go Tigers, go. Lex says, not touching Tigers in Tampa Bay. Francisco Montoya says, what's up, guys? What's good, Montoya? Bahidi saying, under 8.5 is fair. I mean, I'd probably lean towards the over in this game. Luis Patino has shown that he can get blown up in previous starts. And Casey Mize is only going to go a couple innings, so you're going to see some of that bullpen. So I think that the over would be a lean in that Tampa Bay game rather than the under. But that's just me.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next game here. The Boston Red Sox are hosting these Baltimore Orioles. -320 for the Red Sox, +280 for the Orioles. Total of 9.5 in this game. Colby Aiken, Chris Sale, the pitching matchup for this one. And, oh boy, this should be an interesting one. Okay.
No, it shouldn't.
No, it's not. ESPN still has Boston's pitcher as unlisted. It is Colby Aiken, or it's Chris Sale for Boston. Aiken's 2-9 with a 6.83 ERA, a 1.58 WHIP, and 85 2/3 innings pitched, 76 strikeouts and 36 walks. I do not have the stats for Chris Sale because he's currently currently undecided for the Red Sox. But plain and simple for me in this game, I did not bet it because I didn't know who the pitcher for who do you call it, Boston was going to be for until a couple hours or until like an hour ago. And honestly, I'd probably be leaning with the dog in this game. As crazy as that sounds, I don't want to be laying this much chalk on the Boston Red Sox team that I don't know if they're particularly trustworthy. So this is a spot where I'm just going to stay off this game. It's just way too wide of a line. It'd be dog or pass if I had to get involved in this one. Baltimore did come off a nice win against the Yankees last night. See if they can take that momentum in today's game. But I'm not getting involved in this one.
If this one was in Baltimore, I would really think about it. No, I'm not interested in going after this game. Baltimore last night saved themselves from getting that 100th loss against the Yankees. I think they get it tonight against the Red Sox. It's not a good spot for them. I don't think there's ever such thing as a good spot for the Baltimore Orioles. It's just I can't go after them. Boston is the far superior team. Chris Sale has been pitching really good this year since coming back. If anything, it's a lean towards the under in this game. I don't think Baltimore scores that much against Chris Sale. My worry with it is I think Boston can probably cover the over by themselves. So that's why I didn't bet it. Sorry, line's a little bit too wide in this game. Not interested. There's plenty of other spots to go to this slate.
Fair enough. We'll go back to the chat here. He says, I've only hit 112 leg and 2 7 legs.
Didn't you hit a big parlay last baseball season?
Yeah, I threw $1 down. I had like a 12-team parlay. This is before I started doing this full time and actually was smart about it, or I wasn't smart about it back then, but I put $1 down and won like 457.
There
you go. He says, I'm on 8 legs today. Fernando Montoyo says, I've hit 7 and 8 game parlays a couple times. Only bet $100 on
only $100. Only $100. Okay.
The Red Hot Baltimore in the house. Boston Red Sox have been up and down. Not putting 325 on them. Absolutely not. JR says, Bucks money line lock. Thank me there. Is this the Pirates today or is this the Buccaneers on Sunday? Because I don't know.
Because no.
Also, pitcher is not listed for Boston Red Sox team. It's Chris Sale.
It's Chris Sale.
Yeah, what's up, my boy? What's good, JR? But we'll move on here. We've got a few more baseball games to go over. We have the Chicago White Sox are at the Texas Rangers. The Rangers in this spot, minus 185 for the White Sox, plus 170 for the Rangers. Total 8.5 in this game. Dylan Cease and Taylor Hearn is the pitching matchup for this one. Are you looking at potentially getting involved in this game?
No, I'm not. This is not a pretty game by any stretch of the imagination. Chicago should win this game. Yes. Rangers are awful this year and could possibly lose 100 games still. Yes. It's another one where the line's a tad bit too wide. If you wanted to look at the White Sox on the run line, it's a minus 122. So still no there. Maybe a lean towards the over. I think that the White Sox can probably tag up Hearn in general for a couple of runs, get to that bullpen. Dylan Cease will let up a couple. Maybe a lean towards the over in this game at the 8.5. But I'm not interested in going after this one.
Fair enough. Yeah, looking at this game, Dylan Cease 11-7, 4.22 ERA, 1.26 WHIP, and 151 in the third innings pitched, 202 strikeouts and 64 walks. On the other side, Taylor Hearn 6-4, 3.99 ERA, 1.24 WHIP in 90 and a third innings pitched, 83 strikeouts and 34 walks. And yeah, this is a stay-off game for me. Both these teams coming in losing back-to-back games. Both these teams are struggling as of late. And, I mean, the Texas Rangers are never a team I want to back right now. And the White Sox, on the road, they're not a good road team. This is one flaw that I think that's going to come back and bite this White Sox team come playoff time, because White Sox are making the playoffs. We can basically chalk that in now. But they're 34-36 on the road. That's the problem. They're 22 games above 500 at home. That's great. That's all fine and dandy. But good luck when you head to Tropicana, or if you head to Minute Maid, or if you head to any type Rogers Center, Yankee Stadium, Fenway Park, T-Mobile Park. I mean, if you're going to any of those type of fields, you're going to have to win road games in the playoffs, and that's one of my big questions when it comes to the Chicago White Sox team. So I don't want to back them on the road here, especially at this type of price. I think it would be a dog or pass spot for me here. Obviously, I'm not getting involved in this game. I do not want to back a 54-92 team in the Texas Rangers. So this is an easy pass for me in this game for this one.
Yeah, I will say Chicago White Sox, lucky number is 7. And the two teams that are technically still in the division are the Tigers and the Indians. Tigers elimination number 3. Cleveland's obviously the 7. The White Sox are the next closest team to clinching their playoff spot. Sorry, no, the Brewers are. Brewers have a lucky number of 5. So a couple of teams are still getting close to clinching those playoff spots. I wanted to mention that before we jump into it, because in mid-September, that's an okay thing to start looking at.
Yes, and one thing that I do want to touch on, and then we'll get back to capping the rest of these games, is one thing you really want to look at come September is make sure you keep an eye out on who has clinched a playoff spot and who has not, and who has clinched their division and who has not, and who has something to play for. Because I have a feeling in about a week or so, when teams like Tampa Bay and Chicago White Sox and Houston Astros clinch their playoff spots and clinch their divisions, or Milwaukee Brewers in that case, they clinch their division, I want nothing to do with them after that, because they have no reason to play their starters. Because all they'll be doing is basically just coasting and be able to just go to the playoffs and try to be healthy heading into the playoffs. So teams like Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, and Chicago, our teams are going to probably fade come when they
in like a week or two.
Yeah, when they clinch their divisions and when Tampa Bay clinches the number one spot in the American League. Like this, these are teams I'm not going to be particularly rushing to the window to back, because they just won't have the motivation anymore. You'll see more of their AAA guys and stuff like that as they coast to the playoffs. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind: are these teams playing for anything? And it's the same thing with non-playoff teams. You'll notice some teams that are out, they'll just bottom out. But you'll notice other teams, like the one team I did notice with this a little bit, the Detroit Tigers. They're still being scrappy. They're still winning some baseball games, even though they have no chance at the playoffs. So some of these teams you got to keep an eye out for, that even though they're out to play spoiler. And I think that you could see some upsets late September. So don't be afraid to lay some dogs at the end of the year. That's what I'm trying to get at.
No, I like it. We'll go ahead and keep on moving on. We get this beautiful matchup.
Yes, we get the Chicago Cubs at the Milwaukee Brewers. You can get the Brewers for a minus 225. It's a plus 205 run back for the Cubbies. Total of 9 in this game. Adrian Hauser, Zach Davies, the pitching matchup. And Zach Davies, 6-11 this year. He did have a decent start to the season, has definitely tailed off. 5.40 ERA, a 1.55 whip. In 141 2/3 innings pitched, does have 109 strikeouts and 70 walks. And on the other side, Adrian Hauser, 9-6, a 3.25 ERA, a 1.26 whip, and 127 1/3 innings pitched, 198 strikeouts and 54 walks. And this spot here is absolutely Brewers or pass for me. The Chicago Cubs have become the first team in Major League history to possess leads of 7 or higher multiple times this year and lose the game by 8+ runs. Yeah, let that one sink in. Yeah, I want nothing to do with this Cubs team at all. So this is definitely a Brewers or pass spot for me. And honestly, I'm not getting involved in this game.
No, I'm not interested in this one either. Line's way too far spread. If anything, wait for the Chicago Cubs to jump out to an early 7-0 lead and then bet the Brewers on the money line, because they'll end up coming back and winning. I'm busting. I'm not doing that. It's a pass for me. There's nothing in this game that I want to go after. Way better spots on the slate. I have something in the next game. So we're gonna pass this one and we'll move on to the next one. But before we jump into it, let's go back to the chat for just a minute. Zio Ferry, he's hit 6 and 7 leg parlays 3 times this month.
There you go.
Get it. Morning. Nice, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. My parlay today. Dodgers money line, fine. Marlins money line, fine. Mariners money line, yes. Dodgers money line, yes. Cleveland run line, yeah. First 5, yes. Cardinals are against the Padres, yes. Under in the Maryland Illinois game and under in the UCF Illinois Louisville game. We'll go over the 2 college football after the slate. Good morning, guys. Tim, let's cash. Appreciate your plays. Appreciate it. I got you. It's a plus 71.52 odds. Oh, wow. Nice. What you think on it? I did 9 today on a $10 free play. If anything, yeah, when you're getting free play money, why not parlay it? It's free play money, so might as well that, or try to just build your bank. Like sometimes if I got like a $10 free play, I would end up putting on one of the plays that I really like that day and move on. But everybody plays it differently, and whatever you guys like, that's what we'll go with.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and move on.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll move on here. The Seattle Mariners are on the road heading to Kansas City to play the Royals. You can get these Seattle Mariners actually a -108 for the Royals, -102 for the Mariners. So basically a pick-em price here. Total of 8.5 in this game. Chris Flexen, Brady Singer, the pitching matchup. Are you looking at this game at all?
Yes, I am. I grabbed Seattle. I grabbed it at a bad line. Obviously, I got it at -108. But can we go back to this top 5 pitcher statistics in terms of profit? Chris Flexen's still number 1, 18-9 when he starts. You're up 12 units. Logan Webb, number 2, and this is kind of crazy. We'll go back to this when it gets to that point. 18-4. The Giants are when he pitches. You're up 11 units. Casey Mize, also in today, 15-12, up 11 units. The Bubik is number 4. He is 12-5. The Royals are 12-5 when he starts. You're up $988. And the last one, rounding out that top 10, Herman Marquez, 18-10 when he pitches, and you're up $926 according to the finished up lines. But yeah, I was a little bit surprised by that. I wanted to mention that. But yeah, Chris Flexen's still first place by over a unit, and I'm going with him. I think he gets another win today. This Seattle team is always really good when he pitches against a bad Kansas City team, and Seattle is still technically in the race. They're starting to slip a little bit. They're now 4 games back, but I still think they have a shot. There's still time in the season. So they need to beat up on bad teams. Kansas City is one of those bad teams. I'm taking Seattle today.
Sounds good. We'll move on here.
Do you want to break down this game or no?
Which one?
Seattle.
Yes, I do. I forgot to do that. Chris Flexen, 11-6 with a 3.73 ERA, a 1.26 WHIP, and 156 2/3 innings pitched, 107 strikeouts, and 34 walks. On the other side, Brady Singer, 4-10, a 4.85 ERA, a 1.56 WHIP, and 120 2/3 innings pitched, 124 strikeouts, and 51 walks. I personally did not get to this game. If anything, it would be an overplay. I probably should have bet the over because the Mariners are on an over 12 streak.
Oh,
I totally forgot to bet the Mariners, and I'm not going to hop on it now. I've already made all my bets, so it is what it is. But I think this is a spot where it's over or pass for me here. Yes, Chris Flexen is not a bad pitcher. Brady Singer's not looked particularly great this year. And I don't want to touch a side in this game because I feel like this is a little bit of a fishy line here. You get the Royals at a -108, even though they have the worst pitcher on the mound. And this is a Royals team that's, well, they're eliminated basically. They're not going to be.
They are eliminated.
They are technically eliminated.
They are technically eliminated.
Yeah,
mathematically
eliminated. Yeah. So this is definitely a team that I'm not looking to particularly back, and you're getting them as a favorite against a team potentially in a wild card race. No, thank you here. This is a fishy line for me. I want to pass on this game.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and move on.
Yeah, next one should be a fun one here. Arizona Diamondbacks are at the Houston Astros in this one. -225 for the Astros. +205 run back here on the Diamondbacks. Madison Bumgarner is going to be taking on Brennan Bielak. And this is most likely a bullpen game for these Astros. Madison Bumgarner 7-10 this season with a 4.66 ERA, a 1.21 WHIP, and 129 1/3 innings pitched, 112 strikeouts, and 36 walks. On the other side, Bielak is 3-3, a 4.47 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP, and 44 1/3 innings pitched, 37 strikeouts, and 17 walks. And looking at this matchup here, I wanted to hop on Houston in this spot. They have been looking a lot better as of late. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 2 in a row. They're facing an Arizona team that's struggling here, 2-8 in their last 10 games. They've lost 3 in a row. I just feel like this line's a little bit, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I just don't want to lay this much on a Houston bullpen game. Yes, I understand Arizona sucks and Madison Bumgarner is not the pitcher he used to be. But I'm not trying to lay this type of chalk on a bullpen game for the Houston Astros in this one. So I end up laying off this game. It'd be a lean towards the over as well. Both these teams have been trending a little bit more towards the over as of late. So maybe if you want to take advantage of that, maybe take a team total over and take Blelak in the bullpen completely out of the mix. Team total over 5.5 for the Astros could be an interesting play as well. I'm going to pass on this game, but I'd be leaning towards the Astros and their team total.
Yeah, it would be a lean towards the over in this game, but I just didn't pull the trigger. Arizona can't score away from home, and in Houston it's gonna be a little bit tough for them. But I think Houston could probably do it by themselves. And if it was a 8.5, I'd be all over the over. 9.5 is just a little bit too much right now, especially with I think Bumgarner. If anybody, I would be all right with him on the mound compared to some of the other pitchers, but I'm just not necessarily interested in this game. Plus, Houston's got a bullpen going, so I'm just going to pass on this game. Lean towards the over, but if you wanted to bet the over, you kind of missed your line. It did open up at a 9, up to a 9.5. So over, if anything, but I'm not betting this game.
It's a 9 on our book at -120, so you can still get a 9 if you want the 9.
Yeah, I see 9.5 on covers.
Yeah, but we'll move on here. Big game here for these two teams. They're separated by half a game for the National League wildcard spot. San Diego Padres are at the St. Louis Cardinals in this one. We're getting a -120 for these Cardinals. It's a +110 run back here on the Padres. Total of 9 in this game. Vince Velasquez, Miles Michaelis, the pitching matchup here. Are you looking at getting involved in this game?
No, I am not. Main reason is I don't really trust either of these pitchers. Velasquez 3-6, a almost 6 ERA. Michaelis 0-5, a little bit under a 5.5 ERA. Not a good spot for it. Maybe a lean towards the over. San Diego's been leaning that way more, 6 out of their last 10. St. Louis has not 4-5-1 their last 10 in terms of over/under record. So yes, it's going to be a competitive game. This is important for the wild card race. I don't see myself getting to any of these. I don't see myself getting to this game. So passing on this one. I know for the last game I'll have something to go over there.
Yeah, this game is a huge game here, and if you guys know me, I do have a ticket here. I threw $5 down on it, but I got the Cardinals 55-1 when they were, I think, 3 games out of a wild card spot. Look where they are now. I'm just saying 2011 vibes right now, but they're taking on the San Diego Padres and Vince Velasquez. If you haven't heard that name in a while, that's because he hasn't pitched in a while. The last time he pitched was on July the 30th, where he gave up 5 earned runs on 6 hits in 2 innings pitched. I'm seeing those stats. I would assume that you're thinking, okay, it's against a good team. The Pirates got him for 5 earned runs on 6 hits in his last start over a month ago. The Braves got him for 6 earned runs and 5 hits and 2 1/3 innings pitched. So in his last 4 1/3 innings pitched, he's given up 11 runs on 11 hits. He's been absolutely horrible as of late. How he has a major league pitching job for a team that's competing for a wild card spot puzzles me just as much as Jake Arrieta having that same exact spot with the San Diego Padres team. They are really desperate for a 5th starter, aren't they? On the other side, Miles Michaelis 0-2 with a 5.47 ERA, 1.41 WHIP, and 26 in the 3rd innings pitched, 19 strikeouts, 8 walks. Here's the thing: I expect fully that the St. Louis Cardinals are going to absolutely light up Velasquez in this game. I'm expecting them to be able to get – I have the team total for them, and I have the first 5 run line for the Cardinals. I have the first 5 run line at even money. Let's see. I think the line's gone down a little bit, so you can get it at +105 now, and I have the team total over 4.5 for the Cardinals at -112. This is a spot where I love the Cardinals. They are they're on a roll right now. They've won 7 of their last 10 games. They've won 5 in a row, and I think this Cardinals team is going to get the win here and take another game up on these Padres and have a 1.5 game lead on this wild card spot. I think this is a good spot for the Cardinals. Padres, they did beat the Giants the last 2 games of that series, but This is still a struggling Padres team that now has had to travel from San Fran all the way to St. Louis to go play this game as well. So this is a spot. This is a huge series this weekend, and I got a little bold prediction for this series, Tim.
Don't say it.
The Cardinals are going to sweep them.
Oh, God.
So that's where I'm going with this game. I like the Cardinals' first 5 run line. I like the Cardinals team total over. I'm expecting them to absolutely light up Velasquez in this matchup.
Oh, boy. Oh, okay. We'll go ahead and go to the chat for a minute. Followed back-to-back 5-0 days with a 1-6 day. Yikes! Back to the 5-play formula. Giants money line was a bad idea, but Danny Dimes touchdown scorer was not.
I said during game time decision that I liked the Daniel Jones touchdown prop.
Yeah, I will say that game scored about 2 times more points than I expected. But hey, we cashed our Giants bet, so that's all that mattered.
Yes.
We'll go ahead and move on to the last game of the night.
Yeah, the Atlanta Braves are at the San Francisco Giants in this one. Ian Anderson, Logan Webb, the pitching matchup in this game. You can get the Giants for a -165. It's a +150 the other way with these Braves. A total of 8 in this game. Are you looking at getting involved in this last one?
This one, I will have something on. And I grabbed the San Francisco Giants on the run line. Going back to those pitcher profit rankings, Logan Webb, number 2. Actually, I think we have 1, 2, 3, and 5 all pitching on today's slate with Flexen, Webb. We had
Marquez.
Herman Marquez, who's 5th.
And Casey Mize.
And Casey Mize, who's 3rd. The only one that's not pitching is Bubik, that's number 4. But yeah, we got a lot of high pitcher profit ranking pitchers tonight. Logan Webb's another one. I'm jumping all over him. This San Francisco Giants team, even though they've lost the last 2 games, granted against the Padres, they're still right up there. They've won 8 out of their last 10. This team is still good. Going up against a Atlanta team that's kind of now coasting because they pretty much got this division all but locked up. They're currently up. Oh, they're only up 3 games on Philadelphia, but I'm not buying Philadelphia having a shot in this division. Atlanta's coasting. You're going to see San Francisco win tonight. I got them on the run line because I'm not laying the -163.
Sounds good. Yeah, looking at this game for me, Ian Anderson, 7-5 with a 3.6 winning ERA, 1.29 WHIP, and 109 2/3 innings pitched, 107 strikeouts, and 47 walks. On the other side here, we have Logan Webb, who is 10-3, 2.80 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, and 125 1/3 innings pitched. He does have 132 strikeouts and 32 walks. And looking at this matchup here, yeah, I do like Logan Webb a lot. He's looked really good this year. And I know he's only thrown 125 innings pitched, but where's his consideration for maybe a top 10 spot for the Cy Young? I know he hasn't pitched that much, but I mean, 10-3 with a 2.80 ERA and a 1.11 WHIP. The guy's having a really solid season. And I'm going to back him again here today. I like the Giants' first 5 run line in this spot, -115. You're getting a spot for the Atlanta Braves where I think they played yesterday. No, they got their game postponed yesterday, so they then had to travel to San Fran after their game was postponed. And now they're playing the Giants, which I think is a very bad matchup for them. The Giants, 47-25 at home. They have won 8 of their last 10 games. Granted, they've lost 2 in a row. But this is a spot. This is a nice little bounce back spot. I'm not a huge fan of Ian Anderson. I really like Logan Webb. I'm going to take the Giants here on the first 5 run line at -115.
I like it. Just checked back on ESPN. The Seattle line, I'm guessing the Mariners he's talking about, is now Pick'em, WTF.
No, the Storm game.
No, it's a 1.5 point line.
Yeah.
Because he said I might have to remove them from the parlay and switch it out with WNBA. You like the Lynx -9.5 and the Vegas Aces -2.5. I will say for both those games we have the over, and we almost had the Fever in that against the Lynx today +9.5. Fever, even though they're not a good team, they seem to cover a lot of the time. So keep an eye on that one. But good luck tonight. But we do have 2 college football games. We'll actually start with this one because the other one's better.
Yeah, we are starting it off here with the late game. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Maryland Terrapins are going to be at the Illinois Fighting Illini. Maryland are 7-point favorites in this game, 61.5 the total for this game. And looking at this one, we get a Maryland team who's coming in 2-0. Granted, they had a cupcake matchup in their last week where they went on and they beat Howard 62-0, but they did beat West Virginia at home 30-24 in that as a slate home dog. We had them that first week. They'll be taking on the Illini, who are 1-2 after upsetting Nebraska 30-22 in week number 1, which now that we've seen it's not that great of a win. They lost straight up against UTSA, and they lost straight up against Virginia, giving up 37 and 42 points in those two losses. Definitely not a spot I'm looking to back Illinois at all. For me, this would probably be favorite or pass. I have no interest in getting involved in this game, though, so this is a simple pass for me in this first game.
Yeah, I don't have it bet, but it would definitely be a lean towards that the over in this game at 61. Illinois' defense has not been doing much this year. Obviously, we've seen how much points they've let up on the last 2 games. Maryland's offense is solid enough where I think that they can score, but their defense is not solid enough that I don't think that they could stop Illinois from scoring a bunch of points. I think this one is a lean towards the over. I did not bet anything in this game. That's where I'm looking at, but overall, it's a pass. I like the other college football game better. Lean towards the over in the Illinois-Maryland game, though.
Sounds good. We do like the other game better. Yes, we do. Looking at this next game here, the UCF Knights are at the Louisville Cardinals in this one here. We have the Knights as 7-point favorites, plus 215 the other way with Louisville. Total of 67 in this game. And looking at this game, I bet it earlier in the week, and I got a great line for it. Let me see what I bet this on the 13th. So I bet this game 4 days ago, and I got Louisville and UCF under 70. This line opened up at 66.5. It jumped up to 70 at one point where I got it, and now it's come back down to 67. And I like the under in this game. I already bet the under 70. I think UCF can score in this game. I think UCF will score in this game. The only question mark is Malik Cunningham in that Cardinal offense. He's very inconsistent, and I have a feeling this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be 42-21. UCF will get the win. They will get the cover, and the under will hit. So I'd be leaning towards UCF in this game, but my better play is the under in this game.
Yeah, I'm on the under as well. When we did bet this one, the lines were really in that favor.
I have the numbers for that if you want them.
Yeah, go ahead.
48% of the tickets were on the over in the game, or 48% of the tickets and 72% of the money were on the under. So we were seeing 52% of the tickets on the over and more money on the under when I did bet this game. So that's why I jumped on it at that time, and I beat a nice little 3-point line movement, so I love it.
Yeah, I'm on the under as well. I don't think we're gonna get much out of this Louisville offense. That Cunningham, it hasn't been consistent, and until we get offense from this Louisville team, it'll be unders in this game. I think UCF does enough to cover and win. I just think 67 or your 70 is just way too many points.
Just don't score 10 touchdowns. That's it.
Yeah, just don't score 10 touchdowns in the game. I think we should be fine. 67 points would be an average of about a little bit over 2 touchdowns, like 17 points a quarter or something in that range. So I'm fine with the under in this game. I think that's a solid spot.
Fair enough. Lex asks, isn't Illinois getting their star QB back from injury? I don't know. I have to look.
We didn't bet that one. We didn't bet it. It's a lean towards the over, but we didn't bet it.
Under 61.5, he's saying in Illinois. Okay.
We're not going to talk you off of it. We didn't bet the game. That's just what we're looking at.
And then UCF minus 6.5.
That's fine.
I'd be totally okay with that.
Yep.
I mean, if you wanted to play, I wonder what the odds are on this. If you wanted to play a 2-legger here, okay, it would be a minus 110. You can get minus 110 for Maryland and Central Florida money line parlay.
Not bad.
Yeah.
But that should wrap up the stream. That's all the games that we're going to be going over today. Before we jump into a recap and then head on out, some housekeeping I always like to go over. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Of course, check out all the links in the description, especially the first 5 with our Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook group. All 5 of those, every 100 followers or members, a part of those platforms, will do a 7-day premium play giveaway on those sites directly. So go ahead, check that out. Make sure you're there, following us on all the platforms. All the links down below. Also, check out Picks and Parleys and our premium plays, linked down below if you guys are interested in our premium plays. picksandparleys.net/game time for 50% off your 7-day package. Use the promo code PUNT, and then will give an additional 20%. So you'll get our 7-day package for $71. It's about $10 a day. Really good value there, especially with all the college football and NFL and everything that we're coming out with. It'll be it'll be very relevant when it comes to college basketball time, NBA time, because there could be days that me and Nick are throwing up 30 to 35 plays. So just stay tuned for all that. Big time of the year. And then for Picks and Parleys, Craig did his show at 10, or he actually did his around 9:40ish today. Me and Nick, 10 o'clock every single day, besides Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when Lenny joins me. Then Higgs will be on at 12. Allie at 1:30. Game time decision at 6. Probably a total chaos tonight for NFL. And
at 9 p.m. tonight, we'll be picking a lock with me, Allie, and the Guru. I'll be going over 2 NFL games, and he'll be going over 2 college football games.
Let's get it. Marcos, I can't wait until next month. NBA and NHL. I forgot NHL as well.
NHL.
Come on, that's when the real betting starts for me. That's the easier sports for me to cap with NFL.
I cannot wait for hockey to come back. We got our tickets 2 days ago for Islanders and Hurricanes on the 14th. I'm so excited to go to that game. I'm so excited to bet hockey. Ooh, it's less than a month away.
Sounds good. But yeah, that's all of our housekeeping. We'll go ahead and do a quick recap and then head on out for today. For baseball, I got 5 plays. I got the Cleveland Indians money line plus 166 against the Yankees. Tampa Bay. Sorry, not Tampa Bay. That should be Toronto.
You wrote Tampa Bay on the paper that you want me to type up.
I meant Toronto. I'm sorry. That's Lenny stuff. I didn't mean to click that. Toronto run line minus 110. I like Seattle today. I like the under in the Dodgers-Cincinnati game, and I like the San Francisco run line. And then for college football, UCF and Louisville under 67.5 or 67 or 70, whatever you can get it at.
Yes. Yeah, and for me, looking at today, let's go Islanders. Absolutely.
Hi, Mom.
This year is going to be cup or bust when it comes to the Islanders. But looking at today's slate, I got to get back to the page I was on. Going with the Cleveland Indians in the first 5 innings, plus 163. Got the New York Mets first 5 money line as well. Marlins first 5 run line. Dodgers, Rays, and Cardinals all first 5 run lines, along with the Giants first 5 run line, and the Cardinals team total over the 4.5 tonight.
Let's get it.
As well as the under in the Louisville UCF game. I got it at 70, so I'm excited about that one as well.
Of course. But that should wrap it up for today's stream. Been live for an hour and 5 minutes. Nick, go ahead and finish it on out.
Yes, we want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we go live, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined with my brother Tim here, and this has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We want to thank you guys as always for watching, and good luck today.